Hi friends. So in today's video, I really wanted to share some tips on how to get your first 1,000 subscribers, specifically for artists. Whenever I, first started on YouTube, I watched a ton of videos just like this one, except I felt like there weren't a lot that specifically were targeting artists and just creatives who are trying to grow their channels on YouTube. So I want this video to be geared a little bit more towards artists specifically, and hopefully you find it helpful. So a little bit of lore or backstory. I'm Brandy. I'm a digital artist. I share digital tips and tricks for other artists looking to improve their skills and also grow their channels here on YouTube. It probably took me about a year to get my first 1,000 subscribers. I feel like I wasn't really doing the things that I mentioned in this video in the beginning, but then once I started implementing these things, I feel like that really helped my channel grow and helped me get that sort of like wave of subscribers. Everybody's journey is going to be different. Just because it took me, X amount of time to hit 1,000 subs, that doesn't mean it's going to take you the same amount of time. You might get there hopefully faster than I did. I know a lot of people don't like to talk about this, but I feel like some of it is kind of luck. Whether or not the algorithm picks up your video and shows it to a lot of people. I do think there are things, and I'll mention them in this video, that you can do to increase your chances of getting noticed on YouTube. But again, everybody's journey is going to be different, and you just kind of have to really be patient and stick with it. But I do think it's really well worth it. The very first tip I have for you is to get specific about your channel and your audience and figure out what kind of value you want to provide people. I honestly think the most successful people on YouTube are successful because they provide value in some way. Whether it's entertaining, whether it's educational, you need to find a way to provide value for your audience. That's kind of what keeps them interested. That's what keeps them watching your channel. Otherwise, they're not really gonna care about what you're doing. So for an art channel, there's kind of two routes that you can go. The entertaining channel is kind of like a Lee Ellickson type of video where you share snippets of your life in your art studio and behind the scenes content of running an art business. I think with this style of video, it's really important to have a distinct style or aesthetic that you're going for. I think that helps with these kind of videos that make them more entertaining and more interesting to watch. And then we have the educational video. This is kind of more what my channel falls into. So this is going to be basically your goal with every video is to teach somebody how to do something. So this would be channels that have a lot of art tutorials and process videos and speed paints. Just as a reminder, your videos can be both of these things. And actually, it's probably a good thing if your video is both entertaining and informative. Even if you have educational content, you want it to be at least interesting to watch or entertaining in some way, because it helps people watch your videos for longer. The longer that you can get people to watch, the more that the YouTube algorithm will see it as this is a good video and it'll show it to more people. And another kind of big piece of advice that I would give here, especially if you're in the very early stages of your art channel, I would really experiment during this stage. So it's really easy to be very nervous those first couple of videos that you post. To be honest, if nobody is really watching them, that is the best time to experiment and try different content. See what you like to film. Do you like doing,
sit down process videos or draw with me videos, or do you kind of hate those?
It's really important to see and figure out what you enjoy and also what people seem to like. So if you get a lot of comments and a lot of views on a certain type of video, maybe you can try recreating that and kind of go that route. But if you hate that kind of content, then, maybe you decide that's not for you. I promise you, now is the time to fail and fail and fail again. And that helps you get to success much faster. Every single time that you fail with a video or something doesn't work, you are one step closer to succeeding. And I know that sounds cheesy or cliche, but it's really true, because every single time you post a video, if it flops, if it doesn't work, then you know what you need to do next. It's almost like a giant puzzle. Every single time that you post a video, it's like you're trying to piece the puzzle together. And every single time that it doesn't work or isn't right, then okay, well, it's not this piece. I need to try the next piece. It all comes together eventually, but you have to be patient and consistent. Okay. So my next tip is to create high quality content. And I know everybody says that, but I kind of want to explain what I mean by that and also why it's so important. So first of all, what the heck do I mean by that? Let me give you some like actual advice on that, because I can be totally honest, when I first started uploading videos on YouTube, the videos that I uploaded were just Procreate time-lapse videos, like the ones that you can just download straight from Procreate, and like I would just upload those. I think they got maybe like 10 views. So like they did not do well at all. I think I posted 2 or 3 of those and I was like, okay, obviously this doesn't really work. I'm gonna have to put a little bit more effort into editing, filming videos, things like that. That next wave of videos that I did, I look back at those and I cringe so bad. And that's like a good thing, right? Because like if I find them cringy now, it means that I've improved. I've gotten better at my videos and my editing. Still have a long ways to go. Like there's a ton of things that I can improve. And that's kind of why I want to say this really quick, because if you're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and you feel like your videos are like good enough right now, I absolutely promise you, guarantee you, there's something that you can improve. So some of the things that you can do to try to make sure that you're creating high quality content is improve your editing and your lighting. So with editing, I use CapCut. It's totally free. I do it on my phone. I think there's also a desktop option that you can do. So I like to use it for adding like visual elements to my screen and just like popping things up here and there. Also use it for adding sound effects like this. Like, adding little things like this can really help increase the quality of your content and make it more interesting for people to watch. Another thing is lighting. This one is really can be simple, but sometimes it's not that easy. So as much as possible, you want to try and use natural lighting. That's what I'm currently doing in this video. I'm just sitting in front of a big window. You can also get like rim lights. You can get them pretty cheap on Amazon and use that if you need to. I use that a lot when I'm filming at night. Another tip when it comes to creating like better quality videos is to try to film different angles, try to film B-roll or, B shots. There's a ton of videos on YouTube about filming B-roll and just ways that you can do that and like make it look more, it's almost like you're making a mini film. This does take extra work, obviously, but it's worth it in the end if you can get like a higher quality result of a video from it. Simple thing that you can do is just try to film from different angles. If you're in the middle of doing like a draw with me or a process video, while you're in the process of painting, just remind yourself, or even set a timer if you need to, that you need to change your angle. And I mentioned that those like Procreate time lapses, that's one of the reasons why people didn't watch it for very long, because it's boring. Like the screen angle is not moving, like there's nothing really there to keep your attention. And that's why I think those videos don't do well. At least they didn't for me and my channel. Another part of creating high quality content is choosing a schedule that works for you and sticking to it. So you need to remember that it's quality over quantity. And a prime example of this is Vlogmas. So if you don't know, some YouTubers will do something called Vlogmas, which is where they upload a new video for 24 days leading up to Christmas. And I saw an analytics video recently where this YouTuber was talking about how they did Vlogmas and they barely saw any additional like revenue, subscriber count, like nothing really improved much. And they put in a ton of work and they were like,
I'm never doing Vlogmas again.
They put in more effort to make 24 videos and they got out like not as many subscribers, not as much revenue. Like it just wasn't worth it. Because if you think about it, doing 24 videos, it takes longer to film, it takes longer to edit. Those videos are going to be lower quality most of the time than the videos that YouTuber was putting out all the time. And so I think that's a prime example of focus on quality over quantity, and you'll see better results. So the reason why you want to try and post at least like 1 to 2 times a week is really because like it gives you more chances at hitting the like algorithm lottery and having a video blow up the more often that you post. But you really need to make sure that you are posting high quality content. And now we're going to talk about probably the one thing that helped me get to my 1,000 subscribers the quickest. It's probably still like the best thing for growing my channel even today. That is to do keyword research. So if you don't know, YouTube works basically like Google. It's like Google, but for videos. So people type into the search and they're looking for something. YouTube's algorithm is designed to spit out what they think will be the best video for whatever that person is searching for. Our goal as creators is to be at the top of that list, because you know, whenever people are searching on YouTube, they're probably only going to click on and look through the first couple of videos, right? Like, when's the last time that you've used YouTube and like clicked on the video from page 3? So like the goal is to be at the very top, but like if you're in the top like 2 to 3, that's really good. You can absolutely do that with a small channel. One of my first videos to really kind of blow up and get a lot of views was my lasso tool tutorial. And the reason why I think this did so well, for one, I did do keyword research, and it really helped kind of help my channel grow because it was number 1 in search. So anytime someone was typing in lasso tool tutorial for Procreate, my video was like the first one to pop up. And that's before I had 1,000 subscribers. Like, I was a small channel. I'm still a small channel, but like I was a much smaller channel. So it does not matter how many subscribers you have. If you do really good keyword research, you can pop up in the top of searches. There's a lot that goes into doing keyword research. If you want a full video on how I do keyword research, let me know in the comments below and I can try and make a video on that. Quick tips for you is, number 1, use long tail keywords. So these are basically keywords that are longer than like 3 to 4 words. Typically that has less competition. Most people aren't trying to make videos for those specific keywords. So a lot of times that's better to use if you're a smaller channel. The other thing is, whenever you find a keyword you want to use, type it into YouTube and see what pops up. I actually did that with that lasso tool tutorial video. Whenever I typed it in, I realized there's like no other lasso tool videos like this. Like, I think there was a couple, but they were very basic and they weren't specifically for like digital painting type things. Part of why my video did so well at the time is there wasn't any like real competition for like specifically what I was creating. I just want to point out really quick, in case you missed it in my last video, I did start a Patreon this month. I will leave the link down in the description below. If you sign up, you'll get access to sketches and work in progress shots that I don't share anywhere else. I've also been sharing art study notes and like mini tutorials. We'll be adding more tiers in the future where I'll have monthly videos and things like that. If you want to sign up for the free version for now and then kind of wait for that, you can. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great week and I will see you in the next video. Bye!